Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? A gracious good morning to you, good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do, and you know why I do it. It is Wednesday morning, and it is November 26th. Let me put on my optical support, and it's 3:18 in the a.m. So I'm scrolling through in MSN as I normally do in the morning, and I'm reading about this new dress code and new rules for air travel. What is it? New dress code for air travel announced. Okay, that's the heading. That's okay. And Mr. Road Rules. Y'all have ever watched MTV, you know about Road Rules and what is that? Seven Strangers Come to Live Together. I don't even remember what that show was called. But I watched the heck out of it. But let me get to this story. Because it goes back to that word I was talking about earlier this morning that I said was going to upset some people. And that word being bullshit. I think I'm going to say that a lot today. Because I've had it up to yeah. All right, so the TSA Chief of Staff said these rules came about to ensure safe and efficient air travel. Okay, here's that word. Insert that word. Let's have safe air travel by keeping the damn planes in the sky. Let's have safe air travel by keeping air traffic controllers content. Okay, but how I'm dressed is really important when it comes to keeping the planes in the sky and, having somebody to direct the sky traffic. Yeah. I guess I'll wear a suit. A smart business suit. Do you ever hear so much bullshit in your life? Now, granted, people have lost their minds on airplanes, but people have lost their minds in general. Civility is a thing of the past. We lost it when we stopped putting deportment on report cards. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and this shows my age. And I'm glad to be this age. Talking, Gen Xers are always talking about how hard they had it. And I always let them have their say. But then I point out, I'm a boomer. We were the people that raised you. Now, if you think you lack luxury, imagine how tough my generation had to be. And the generation before my generation were getting beat or beaten for the rights that we take for granted. So get out of here. But you don't want to hear that. See, in the age of cell phones, this is what I told the person. In the age of cell phones, people get on social media and get 5 viewers or 5 followers and begin to think that they're important and what they have to say is important. And I'm from the era of children are to be seen and not heard. I'm not dismissing that kids have something to say, and maybe parents should have listened just a little bit closer when I was a kid. But at the same time, baby, you have not lived life to the point where you think you can tell somebody that's grown what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and why to do it. Come back when you got some years on you. Or, since you're so grown, step out and do what you do. But no, I'm not going to intercede when the consequences of your behaviors are knocking at your door. See, some things you have to listen to. And for Black folks, I can't speak for any other culture. For Black folks, when we have to talk with our kids, we share the reasons why we have to talk. And the main reason is, I'm going to correct you because there are systems out there in place specifically for you to break you. So I'm going to correct you in love. I'm going to correct you with direction. Right? And I'm going to correct you so the man doesn't have to. See, the system is set up for buck breaking, is what they called it. And you only have to look at the incarceration rates of Black and brown people. The system is set up to remove the Black and brown male from the family unit, that buck breaking. Under the assumption, this is the system. And if people tell me, hey, you're being divisive, you're being racist, this is the system. Watch a documentary for me. And it's about the subsidized housing system. It's called Pruitt-Igoe. This is when people started to take notice. And if you look at the housing that was set up, the temporary housing that was set up after World War II, and how it became generational. If you look at redlining and districting, those freeway sound walls are not sound walls at all. They're prison walls. The system is designed for that. And for you good Christian folk who want to sing Kumbaya, and I used to be one of them. I have to say that. I used to be in that number till I woke up. While we're singing Kumbaya, you need to look at the hours between 9 and 11 to see that they are the most segregated hours on a Sunday morning that we call the Sabbath. But you want me to sing Kumbaya. Where are we coming to? Because Yah ain't nowhere in this math. That part. Let me get back to this article because it's comical to me. It's high comedy. What is it? My man, Mr. Road Rules. says, we want to get back to something, what did he call it? Something about civility. How do we measure, return to civility and address the record surge in unruly passengers who disrupt travel for millions of Americans? How do we get back to civility when your leader, and I'm talking about the President of the United States, is engaged in bullying and name calling? Shut up, piggy. Okay? Now, here are some of the suggestions of this civility. Are you helping a pregnant woman or an elderly with placing their bags in the overhead bin? Are you dressing with respect? That makes me feel safe on the airplane. Yeah. I don't see cleavage, I feel safe. I don't see butt crack, I feel safe. Or somebody's wearing closed-toed shoes and they don't have their foot on my armrest. I feel safe. Yeah, remember the dude that had gasoline-soaked shoes, or the shoe bomb? Remember that? Yeah, I feel safe. Okay. Are you saying thank you to your flight attendants? Now, for me, common courtesy is important. You know, most people will ask for things. Cool. But if you notice, in the asking, it sounds more like you're giving demands and commands, and there's no please or thank you. I heard somebody yesterday, and I'm listening to them. They rattled off about 10 things. And there was no please or thank you anywhere in the conversation. It's like, I'm not the hired help. Who the hell are you talking to? You know? It's like, had me checking my birth certificate to see if my name was Mamie or Beulah. You know, I'm sorry. No. But as long as I feel safe on the airplane knowing that these things are in place, hey, get out of here. Yeah, my best New Yorkese. Let me get back to this dressing. You know, are you dressing with respect? What does that mean? Because I remember during a horrific incident that was going on in the world. Now I'm going to go back to the highest office in the land. The First Lady had a coat with a message on the back that said, I don't care, do you? But as long as, like I said, I don't see cleavage or butt crack, I feel safe on an airplane. And to that I say, 2 middle fingers.